Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be analyzing two cryptocurrencies which are Ripple and Cardano. Please subscribe to our channel if you want us to keep releasing technical analysis for free, while to receive our real-time alerts on stocks, cryptos and forex, then you can join our growing community on Patreon. You will find the link in the description field. Let's start with the Ripple against the US dollar. As you can see here, the analysis right now is on a daily chart. In terms of cyclicity, I often use the cycles in order to understand where we are and where we are going to move over the next few weeks. What we see here is actually, and this is something I've been calling to my Patreon, I was predicting a point of low between July and August. I was right because, as you can see here, if we analyze the Magnus cycles, the white curve hit the bottom exactly on the July 20, more or less. Okay, at the time 0.50 was the point of low. I had been receiving several messages from my Patreon asking at the time, actually in June and July, if Ripple was hitting the point of low, and actually I've been sending several newsletters where I've been calling the relative point of low for Ripple between July and August, and actually that was also related to the other cryptocurrency, including the king of the entire crypto world, which is Bitcoin. Okay, so right now we see that we have hit the upper band. The two bands are two triangular moving averages, are two envelopes which actually contain or should contain the 95% of the data. Okay, I've been calling perfectly to my Patreon a point of relative high at around 1.20. From there I was expecting a point of squeezing, so some movement, okay, around $1. But what we should be expecting right now over the next weeks, after this period of squeezing, I do believe we are going to retest this relative high at 2 US dollar. And now if we switch to the weekly chart, we will see that actually in terms of cyclicity we are still, as you can see here, if we analyze the white curve, is right now oriented upward and actually is not intersected the orange one yet. Okay, the upper band, and that's why I've been calling a point of relative high around 1.20 US dollar, actually have been rejecting the price. So that was absolutely forecasted by my newsletter. So where we're going to move next? Some period of squeezing here, but we definitely are attacking the 2.0 US dollar, where actually we see the previous relative high. So I do believe after a period of squeezing we are attacking this area again, another squeezing. But right now I'm extremely bullish on Ripple, and the fact that the white curve has not crossed yet below the orange one, and the orange one, the derivative of the orange one, is still positive, is actually a very positive signal for Ripple. Okay, now in terms of cyclicity, if we analyze the second cycle, actually the red curve is kissing the azure one, yet has not crossed below the azure one. We will need, I do believe that we will still see some spike up, or in other words, we might even see the red curve crossing below the azure one. Yet I'm quite confident that the bullish momentum is not over yet. Okay, so extremely bullish on Ripple. I've been calling at 0.50 US dollar. It was a perfect call. A point of relative low for Ripple around between July and August. Actually, that happened. Right now, what we see is that both the two cycles are oriented upwards, with the white curve crossing above the orange one. Same here. And in terms of cyclicity, I've been explaining several times that cycles cannot be equal to each other all the time. It's quite rare. Yet, if we analyze the Magnus cycles, it's incredible how they are able to detect the point of low. Not only the point of low, but even the point of high that we know actually in terms of cycles are always more difficult to be detected when compared with the point of low. In other words, when we study cycles, the trick that we use is to study the point of lows rather than the point of highs. Okay, so we try to understand the average cyclicity, and right now actually we are I'm quite confident that we still have a momentum up for the upcoming weeks. So I do believe, actually, I've been also calling 47K for Bitcoin. My Patreon are aware that during the period when we have seen Bitcoin going till 27K, I've been calling a fake breakout downwards. I was absolutely sure that Bitcoin was going to move up, and the reason is because I've been studying the cycles. Okay, so I've been calling a 47K for Bitcoin and been clearly stating that you should sell at least partly of your position from the Bitcoin. Now let's move on and let's analyze Cardano. Cardano has a relative strength which is higher when compared with Ripple right now. Okay, which means in other words, Ripple has already moved up, and actually is already hitting, as you can see here, the point of high which was hit during May 21, something that we have not seen with let's use some other better chart with more exactly, this one is much better with more data. What we see here is actually that in this case the price has moved back the point of high that we have seen in May 21. So what we should be expecting for Cardano? If we analyze the actually the daily chart, the two cycles, both the two cycles, the Magnus one and the one that we see here right now below, the Magnus one, are both oriented upwards. Okay, actually a break a break above US dollar actually will push or above this area, which was the previous high. Okay, a break above 2.40 US dollar will make Cardano skyrocketing. Very first target 4.5 US dollar, but definitely we are going to hit a round number around 10 US dollar, if not more. So this area actually is an important, extremely important area for Cardano. As said, as I've been saying before, Cardano has a relative strength which is higher than Ripple, which makes me think that Cardano is doomed to skyrocket in a fantastic hyperbolic way. Okay guys, if you want to receive our real-time alert on stocks, forex and cryptos, then you can join our growing community on Patreon. Thank you guys.